And greetings to that of Angel. How are you?
Good.
Wonderful. Lighten up already. You're tight as a funeral drum. Relax. All right, let us begin. Where shall you take ourselves?
I'm not sure.
Really? That seems to be a little, let's say, obscure, vague, dodging, escapish.
Relationships.
Relationships. In the idea of relationships, you are relating all the time. Are you talking romantically with your man?
Yes.
That kind of idea? What do you want to know? That entity has chosen an idea of himself and that you are not approving of? Is it causing you fear, pain, desperation, maybe? Maybe you want a little bit of comfort in your idea that the father of your child is going to be around.
Yeah.
All right. So these are the questions you can dwell into. There's nothing wrong with wanting to know exactly what we've just spoken of. That is your heart telling me what you want to know. It is only your limitations of where the answer might be that scares the shit out of you. Why? You're painting your canvas of life. You think everything means something. It means no thing at all. It is just the simplicity of experiencing yourself. The idea is to find happiness in the moment by allowing it. But whenever you condition your happiness on the outcome of a perceived future, then your distortions come in and your feelings get, let's say, distorted as well, and you start to feel that of anguish, angst, fear, that kind of idea. But most assuredly, if you had an idea of an outcome of positivity, then you would be shifting yourself according to the future. The idea that you set up all of this is to really see that you can be happy without any idea of help, security, love in the idea of a father of your child. Because most certainly, if you two weren't pregnant, where would your relationship be? Do you want us to tell you about that timeline?
Sure.
That timeline would be this. You guys would have been dating on and off. It would have been more of a free-flow idea of a relationship. You two would have never, moved in together for, let's say, a next, maybe, there's a probability you would have, let's say, start cohabitating in about 6-7 months from the time you started dating. Because it got more involved with each other, and you got involved in the idea of his yoga idea, swimming with him a lot as well. But that timeline's not playing out in your focused reality because you're choosing this idea. You, the official you, chose the pregnancy. Dwayne on this timeline chose the pregnancy. So you two can live out aspects of each other that keep you limited within yourself. Does Dwayne save you? No. Were you ever going to fall in love with him? Never like the idea that you're thinking. You were in a relationship to explore yourself on the alternate timeline. That relationship lasted a little more than a year, on and off kind of idea. You almost co-created and cohabitated, but you decided not to because you had another adventure come along. And the fit was romantic, but sexual, and a little bit of idea of being together in spirituality, but his, let's say, downward ideas of spinning off in that timeline from his disapproval of his family member and his accelerated idea of his ex-wife, his children obligations, which are, let's say, bleeding over into this reality as well. Wouldn't, let's say, be conducive to you. You didn't want to play the same game again. Making sense now?
Yes.
All right. Now that's that timeline. Back over to this timeline. The one you're focusing on now is to have a child. You wanted the child. Gracie wanted to be born. Dwayne wanted the child. In the idea of up here. Now, how you individually react within the probable field of your own exploration is entirely, let's say, free. There's no, truly, obligation on what to choose or not. And whoever chooses their highest joy feels best about themselves in the moment. The ones who don't truly, in that idea, follow their heart, but play the idea of, let's say, regurgitating limitations, to take another timeline, nothing wrong with that. Find out other aspects of themselves, which only lighten themselves up on a different idea, and sooner or later they come back on track with themselves, if you would call that. But it's not really stepping out of bounds or going off track. What it truly is taking a little bit more arduous way when their opportunity was there. But they choose their highest joy, so it truly doesn't matter, because it's all experience for each individual soul. Make sense?
Right, yes.
All right. So now you are feeling, why isn't Dwayne in my life? Because he's choosing. You're mad at him because of your lack for yourself. Do you see yourself being, let's say, saved by Dwayne?
I can see how that's perceived.
So you would be swept up by this big man and everything would be wonderful. Would it? That's what you're pinning your hopes on. You're pinning yourself that relationship, co-creation, is going to be wonderful. Truly, you guys aren't a great match. You like each other a lot, but you're not lovers in that fashion.
Okay.
Because you have two different ideas of yourself at this space-time now. If this relationship took different places at a different time, your co-created belief systems would have melded in a much easier way. But that timeline did not happen, let's say, before the idea when you, let's say, before the idea when you felt the idea coming up of leaving that idea of your husband in this time. All right, making sense?
Right.
So if you had a little bit cleaner of a slate on that timeline before you were going to leave Brad, then that would have been a, let's say, easier time with you two co-creating together. But now that you've evolved down this timeline and he evolved down that timeline, you guys getting together in this space-time now, you're not as cohabitable. Because you found out more truths about yourself and your past are different. Are you following?
Yes.
All right. So in that idea, the pregnancy was a co-created probability that played out because you want to bring a child into the world the way you want to bring a child into the world, not under the guise of the belief systems you've just left. You want to see a child, let's say, flourish with unconditional love about them all the time. All right?
Right.
Now, that doesn't say in any way, shape, or form, comparing humans, that there's anything wrong with Jonathan in the household he's with, because he's God and he knows what's going on. Make sense?
Yes.
So there's no remorse about that. That's just a bag you're going to carry around that does you no good. You too will co-create again. It will take a few ideas, what you call years, until you are together again full time.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
And that's a probability. A strong one. Make sense?
Right.
All right. Now, the reason that you're choosing the idea of Dwayne is because you have an attraction, of course. But pinning hopes is because you want that idea. You have that feeling of I've lost the man, the breadwinner. I have no security. I need somebody with security to shift for my baby. Make sense?
Right.
The conventional way of how it's done. But you're God and you got this. Through your co-creations with Roxy, with future opportunities that you have not yet seen on the horizon that will, let's say, give you a fair amount of abundance if you want to take that timeline and explore yourself and also have everything you need for Gracie. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a few ideas that are birthed, let's say, within the next 6 to 8 months coming up on where you want to go with your life. Make sense?
Yes.
to stay with Roxy and play in her empire that she's creating, or to be, let's say, spawn off and start your own healing idea modality. Having all the funding and abundance you need to get it off the ground in your own way, not looking for charity handouts, looking for an idea of a start. And most certainly it'll be your love. But you have yet to discover a lot of things in you that are waiting to come in. They don't go away, so relax. But what they are is being inhibited by your focused thought on your abundance, 1. 2, on where am I going to spend my time with this man? When is that going to happen? Where are we going to be? How's that going to play out? But what you're not focusing on is your life without him. Make sense?
Yes.
So what you do now is focus now, and that shows you life with him and without him. Not only in the conditioned ways you think it should be, leading to you, let's say, being pissed off. Make sense? Or you can open up once again and allow different ideas to come with him, without him, that kind of idea. You can still co-create with him in the idea of a, let's say, friends with benefits idea. That can happen, but he needs to loosen up his idea of obligation. This is why you see him not giving the love that you expected before the pregnancy was known. That was the relationship you would have had, that you did have on that other timeline. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay? But that won't occur again until, if, by the way, if he releases, or until he releases his own obligations for having a child with you. This is his ideas of not falling in love with you, of allowing himself to be romantically involved, keeping what you call the sex on the outskirts of just passerbys instead of passion like it was before, because he would fall in love. Right. But after falling in love, you would really be with each other for a series of nows, and that's when you would get to know each other to see that you're not on the same idea wavelength of creating the future. And that's fine.
Right.
There's an outskirt possibility. Of course you guys will stay together. But that's going to be more of a forced idea. Let's say giving up yourself. That's not the idea. You've played that game.
Right.
Make sense?
Yes.
All right. So, next.
I was thinking a lot about the healing modality that, I have a feeling that, I guess you could say that's coming.
Yes, it is coming. Listen, it's already there. It's going to come quicker. Now that you've had some release of tension with the idea and being pissed off yesterday, today, with the idea of the co-creation with Dwayne and how that's going to play out. That release is only going to funnel in rapidity the idea of your healing modality. So it's coming now because you've let it in. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. Specifics?
Yes.
Go ahead. Question.
Oh. So is this modality going to be totally new?
No, there's nothing really totally new. What it is how humanity evolves itself, is taking an idea and improving on it. That's what you guys call it, new and improved. And what it is taking the core idea that was birthed in the reality from another core idea, from another core idea, from another core idea. Hence, evolution. And you would take that and you would add your own, let's say, flavor to it, if you will, your own wave of love that will spawn something. Now, it will have the apparency to a lot of the 3D sleep, of course, as new just because of its popularity. It's energy work, though, so that's not popular. That's popular, rather. Energy work is everywhere. But it won't be, let's say, very well known when the 3D discover it, so it would have the apparency of being a newer idea. Yes. Make sense?
Yes.
Roundabout way to say it, but it fits.
Okay. the idea of me finishing school.
Pass. You're not interested.
Okay. I didn't know. I don't know.
Are you interested?
Kind of, if it
leads you to a future.
Healing or is anything that
you be now, and it will tell you what to do.
Right.
There is no predicting what to do based off, I want this outcome of healing. Healing is already present. It will show you what to do. There might be some schooling involved, but not in the paradigm of you just thought going to school, finishing, getting a degree, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Make sense?
Yes.
There will be idea of education involved, instruction involved, but not in the sliver of an idea of education here and your idea of colleges and such.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
Very good. Freeing. Very freeing.
And is it strongly connected to the access?
Or
just maybe just I got what
the
I needed
access
from
would
that?
be a foundational idea
Okay.
on where you're going to take the modality. We're not going to give you a lot on this because this will unfold for you in the certain nows to come.
Okay.
And I don't mean certain, I mean certainly certain nows to come. In other words, are going to happen. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. Now, the access bars is a definitive idea of excellent energy work. It is a simplified idea that was birthed upon other ideas and refined and honed. Much like that was done, you will do the same in your own way. But again, there's tone involved. Don't forget that.
Yes.
So it's going to be a foundation.
Okay. I guess the whole, the abundance thing is definitely one of those.
Why? Let's stop for a second. How long have you been in that idea of leaving the idea of your husband?
A while.
It's not a while. 4.5 months, 3 months, 6 months. How long?
About 7 months.
Since you left him?
Oh, since I've left? No,
Thank
it's
you.
been like 3 months. It's been 3 months.
A little more than 3 months?
Yeah.
Right. Well, yes, true. Stand by. Yes. A little more than 3 months.
Right.
Seems to me you have shelter. Seems to me you have food. Seems to me you're still driving your Audi. Seems to me you still have money in the bank.
Right.
This is what the now is about. This is the idea of trust. Your future abundance will always be there. All you have to do is allow it. You fear it, you slow it down. You try to fix it, you slow it down. It is all about the trust. And the idea of letting yourself watch the reality unfold is a daunting task for humanity because through, let's say, thousands of eons of repetition, you've been taught to control your reality, control your future, be secure, of course. And you've had that security, and you also created your own abundance through your own, quote, hard work. Right?
Right.
Okay. You fear to go back to working. That will never happen. Sorry. You will work in the ideas of a 3D person. What do you do for a living? This is how I create my abundance, if that's what you're asking, will be your response. Make sense? But it's not working. Make sense?
Right.
You won't work like that. You will create your joy and receive abundance for that. Make sense?
Yes.
Anyways, so back to the point of now. Now is where you are at. Now is all there is. Now is where you need to look to, let's say, compare, if you will, on how you are doing to your past and probability the future. If you compare, are you judging it? I don't have this and I don't have that. Yes, you're not living in a house like you were, but that house, in your words, were a train wreck. This is why you departed. You chose your own joy, not to be inhibited by those who, well, let's say, would have you be put down. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. So you chose your joy. Excellent. You two got together, created these probabilities so you both heal each other. Both of you are flowering, you and your idea of your husband. You both are finding yourselves more and more. But as you're pulling away from each other, you're holding on to what you call security between each other. Okay. He relies on you for certain things, his own self-confidence, truly. He's a scared little bastard when it comes down to it. Mm-hmm. But that's wonderful, because now he can stand on his own. This God is waking up to a degree to himself. He forgot he could live by himself. You reminded him that you can take care of yourself, Bradley. Make sense?
Yes.
Now, Brad is now finding himself, exploring himself. Mm-hmm. Stand by. Finding himself, exploring himself, rediscovering his own, let's say, idea of himself. And he will play along those timelines. All right? Let's say, if you want to look at it in the limiting idea, you both did each other favors. Now you're happy, you're discovering, you're remembering, you're free, you look younger, you look better, you're more, let's say, fun, right?
Yes.
You're having fun in the now, and you're still now. So now that you're still now, let's not compare, right?
Right.
To what you don't have. Make sense?
Yes.
Because that's lack. That lack will always be in, let's say, all of your nows as long as you're viewing yourself as lackful. All right? So when you shift now and you allow, your reality unfolds in this beauty. You've gotten this far, 3 months into it. You're still fine. You still got money. Your idea is not the best place to be right now, of course. You want your own space. Most certainly that of Roxy does too. That's coming, of course. But allow it. Don't slow it down. Don't fear. Don't drive yourself nuts. Just be now and relax. And let it unfold. And focus upon your child that is in the womb, telepathically talking to you all the time. Be that and start developing the idea of the brain. Read to it. Talk to it. Co-create with her. Make sense?
Right.
And focus on your life here with not what I'm missing over there. When is this going to happen? Because that keeps you in time and conflict. But if you focus upon now, look around. You can dream, of course. I'm not saying don't dream about what you want and have fun and play and go and shop and do all the things you want to do. But don't focus in lack. Focus in the now upon your reality and see the beauty around you. Make sense?
Yes.
And that's where it's going to unfold. How it's going to unfold, many probabilities. Roxy's, let's say, book will expand and leading to what we've all been talking about, the idea of touring and channeling and ideas of, let's say, third and fourth and fifth book. The book 2 is already ready. And, another book, and, there's different things. And that's where you can hop on board and play along. But you also will be working in this time in your new space on your healing modality. In 7-8 months, as we said, you will choose to go in this way and expand over there. Are you putting it all together?
Yes.
All right, then. Now, this gives you great comfort because you have a focus of seeing ideas now.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
All right. So relax. This is a blink of an eye. Focus upon the journey and feel the moment enriching your soul. The moment is where it's all about. And when Gracie comes, beautiful. And then that will be your focus idea as well. Make sense?
Yes.
What else?
I don't know. I think that's it.
Seems to be good. All right. listen. The ideas of co-creation with all of your entities is you telling you, look at what I've given you. I've given you these realities to heal that of confinement, that of constriction, that of pain, that of sorrow. It is okay, most certainly, to feel all of these things, because in feeling them comes realization of them. Once fear exposes itself and you understand it by direct experience, you have the opportunity to let go of it. And when you do, you lighten up. And that's what you're doing. You just seem to be in an idea of a rough stretch because you have no tangible ideas of where it's truly going. You're kind of airy. All right. So on that idea, relax and things are, let's say, happening naturally because forced ideas in timing, forced timing instead of natural timing, only slow things down. Take you on different timelines. So in this natural timing, things will, let's say, increase next month. You will start to see things falling into place. Future ideas in the following months of things going to happen. Events that you will be involved in, giving you purpose. But the space that you created now is for you to lay on the bed and think what you have done. And you unfold all the shit in you. You've given yourself this space, because you have a space, and time, because you have no obligations, to heal what has been spinning inside your head for a very long time. All of those things. Make sense?
Yes.
All right, then. So, say, thanks, self. I rock. And you got through this time, and now things will speed up in that fashion, and you'll get more and more excitable nows. But this time, make no mistake, was created by you so you can feel what's been inhibiting you.
All right.
There's nothing like feeling it. All right. Yep, this is all we have for this now. Thank you once again for calling me in. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right. Love eternal. Adonai. Booyah. Did you like that, baby?
Of course.
All right. So
Thank you.
You're welcome.